If you're coming to Japan soon, you need to watch this video. You must have heard, Japan is so crowded, I can't see anything. And people check out restaurants that are famous on Instagram only to find out that it is overhyped. You're scared of racism, you don't speak the language, and you want the local authentic experience. All of this can simply be avoided if you follow some of the tips that I'm about to share here for an amazing trip to Japan. My name is Charity. I live in Japan in my teen. After COVID, I visit Japan once a year. So here are my 17 tips and tons of bonus tricks to make the most out of Japan trip and for you to enjoy the local experience to the fullest. Number 1 is make sure you can speak some Japanese. Learn the basic Japanese phrases, even simple greetings like arigato or sumimasen. Create meaningful connection with locals and show respect for the culture. This is absolutely necessary, and this is the list of vocab and sentences that I brush up just before a trip. Trust me, this will help a lot. So take a screenshot. Number 2 is create a flexible digital guidebook. Before each Japan trip, I always create my own personal digital guidebook by bookmarking places that catch my interest. Unlike my experiences in Korea where Google Map was practically useless, in Japan it is actually incredibly reliable for navigation. I drop pins for interesting restaurants, hidden shops, and must-see spots that I saw online or I heard of before. And this is important, I never treat this list as a rigid itinerary. The magic of Japan often happens when you allow things to flow naturally. I learned this lesson the hard way after trekking across Sapporo to a famous ramen shop I've been drooling over on Instagram for months, only to find out that they closed on that day. And all that planning, anticipation for a locked door and a disappointed stomach. I ended up visiting a nearby Chinese restaurant, but the funny thing is, it turns out to be one of the best food I had during that trip. From then, I used my bookmarks as a flexible reference guide. Each morning, I would open Google Map, I look at the map and think, okay, today I will explore this neighborhood, rather than I must visit the exact 7 places in this exact order. Then as I wander and shop, I can check if any of my bookmark spots happen to be nearby when the hunger strikes. And this approach gives you the perfect balance of preparation and spontaneity, and you'll never miss that hidden gem you read about, but you also leave some room for the unexpected discoveries that often become your favorite Japan memories because it happened to me. Okay, let's talk flights for a moment. I know we are all drawn to those budget ticket prices because I'm a deal hunter myself, but after countless trips to Japan on various airlines, I've learned a valuable lesson. Nothing beats ANA. Yes, you heard me right. All Nippon Airways. While the initial ticket price might be slightly higher than the budget carriers, the overall value is unmatched. Keep an eye out for the sales. You will enjoy genuinely thoughtful service, plenty of legroom on the airplane, and surprisingly delicious meals. But there is the real game changer that most travelers don't know about. ANA, they do offer free connecting flights between cities in Japan when you fly internationally with them. Perhaps the most important thing for shoppers like me is their generous baggage allowance. Number 4 is mix up your accommodation experience. Try staying at different types of accommodations during your trip. I love mixing traditional ryokans with modern hotels to experience various aspects of Japanese hospitality. Each accommodation type offers something unique. Ryokans provide traditional meals and onsen bath. Boutique hotels might showcase contemporary Japanese design, and minshuku often include home-cooked meals and personal connections with your host. I found out that these varied stays become distinct chapters in my Japan story, each with their own memories and discoveries. If budget is something you consider, then I recommend chain hotel like APA. Now that we have decided where to stay, let's talk about how many places to visit. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen first-timer make is to try cram Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Hokkaido all into a single 10 to 15 day trip. Trust me, This is a recipe for exhaustion, not enjoyment. Think about the reality. Constantly transferring between cities, checking in and out of hotels, packing and unpacking, it eats up so much precious time. And not to mention how superficial your experience is going to be. Instead, I strongly recommend focusing on one major city and exploring the nearby towns and have day trip for your first visit. If you're to Tokyo, for example, you can explore places like Yokohama, Chiba, and Kawasaki. If you base yourself in Kyoto, you can easily visit Uji, Osaka, Nara, and Kobe. This approach saves money on transportation, reduces stress, and allows you to develop a deeper connection with the areas that you visit. When you return home, you'll have a story about hidden temples you discovered by accident, conversation with local shopkeepers, and that perfect ramen shop you visited 3 times, rather than just a blur of famous sites that you barely remember. Speaking of moving between cities, if you do decide to explore different regions, or even just nearby cities, here are a game changer that most first-timers don't know about. Japan has an amazing luggage delivery service system called takuhabin or takyobin. As your trip progresses and your suitcase fills up with treasures from your shopping adventures, hauling these heavy luggage between hotels and through small road filled with tactile paving or crowded train station become a real hassle. Trust me, been there, done that. This is where luggage transfer services come to the rescue. It is incredibly easy to use. Your hotel will handle almost everything. Just go to the reception, fill out a simple paper form indicating how many bags you have and the size. Sometimes it's cash only, costing around 25 AUD per a large piece, and you can usually group up to 5 items together. The standard delivery time is next day, so pack your essentials in a carry-on backpack for your transit day. I found that this service is really worth it, so definitely try it out. You can even send luggage ahead to the airport for your departure day, though I don't recommend sending items several days before your flight as storage fees can add up. Okay, now that you find yourself landing in Japan, first thing first, this Suica or IC card is going to be your best friend in Japan. This magical little card absolutely transformed my Japan travels. Add it to Apple Wallet before your trip, or you can do it when you just land, and suddenly you're gliding through Japan like a local. Trains, buses, convenience stores, vending machine, or even small restaurants, you just need to tap and go. Here's my favorite hack. Link your Suica or your IC card to a bank account that doesn't charge international fees. If you are from Australia like me, banks like Macquarie work perfectly. This setup means you don't have to look around stacks of cash or keep hunting for ATMs. One thing to watch out for, these cards have regional variants. While Suica is perfect for Tokyo, you might need Ikoka for Osaka or Kitaka if you're in Hokkaido. Each region has its own version, so if you're planning a cross-country journey, double check which card works where. Sometimes regional passes might be more cost-effective depending on your plan. Also, keep a close eye on your balance. I've had this moment where pending charges from my home bank didn't show up immediately on the Suica card, leading to that embarrassing beep beep at the train gates. And whatever you do, use up your balance before leaving Japan. If you remove the card from your Apple Wallet after your trip, you might lose your remaining money. Tip number 2 is that cash is still king in Japan. Despite the easy use of cards like Suica and your credit card, debit card, let me tell you about the 2 times not having cash almost ruined my Japan trip. First, I stumbled upon this adorable cat cafe down a tiny alley, got all the way through the rules briefing, chose my perfect package, only to hear that cash only as I reached for my wallet, and I had to walk away empty-handed, heartbroken. Then there was this legendary yuga chip place. I waited 30 minutes in line with my sister, finally got the menu, and it says cash only in bold letters staring back at me. Both times I got saved by nearby convenience ATMs, but I learned my lesson. Japan might look ultra high-tech, but cash is still absolutely essential for small restaurant, cafe, and entertainment spots. So always carry some cash with you. You can use 7-Eleven ATM. I like them the most because they don't charge ATM fee, and bank with someone like Macquarie that doesn't hit you with international fees. Also, make sure you choose Japanese yen instead of your country currency when you withdraw money. And if you don't have one ready, invest in a cute Gamaguchi, a koi purse. They are super practical for company runs, and I love buying new one each trip because every season brings exciting new designs. Don't worry if you're not used to handling foreign coins or counting them one by one. Japan has a solution for everything. When you visit a company, look for the magical coin counting machines at the counter like this one. They are absolutely fascinating to use. These machines will happily take whatever you throw at them. I usually dump all my coins in at once, and sometimes your change even comes back in bills instead of more coins. So this is very satisfying experience. Definitely give it a try when you spot one. Number 3 is about tax reduction. Here is how to claim your tax refunds like a pro in Japan, because that 10,000 yen you can get back is basically free sushi money. At major department stores and malls like Paco, Daimaru, and local malls, you can combine receipts from different stores. You found something cute for 3,000, just shop around, grab another 2,500 yen item elsewhere, then take everything to the Global Blue tax-free counter before leaving. Here is what you need for a quick check: your physical passport, no copy of photos because they will turn you away, or receipt. Keep everything. The credit card you use, it must match your passport name, and corporate cards don't work. The actual purchase items, bring them all because they will check everything. You need to do this within the same day of purchase, or else it won't be eligible next day. Also, some stores don't offer tax-free. Sometimes they would write it on the signage. If this is something you seek out for, make sure you ask beforehand. Menzei dekimasu ka? Can you do tax-free? If they say dekimasu, that means they do tax-free. And if they say dekimansen, we can't. Only continue if you're okay paying full tax. The rules most tourists miss are consumables such as food, cosmetics get sealed in a special bags like this one. If you break that before leaving Japan, you will owe tax. Non-consumables like clothing, bags, they don't need sealing, so feel free to use them in Japan immediately. So be smart with your packing. Don't hesitate to ask staff to separate items into different bags if needed. When shopping, I always plan ahead based on what I need to access during my trip. For clothes and accessories that I want to wear right away, I shop at any stores. For items I'm taking home as gifts, I specifically seeked out for tax-free shops. And one thing is that Japanese staff are incredibly helpful and will neatly organize your tax-free items. Just communicate your needs clearly and they will arrange everything perfectly for your suitcase situation. Next tip is to balance the company food with local breakfast spots. I absolutely love company food, and my personal ritual is stopping by the nearest convenience store every evening before heading back to my hotel. If you're a seasoned Japan traveler like me, you will develop your favorites as specific chains: Family Mart's egg sandwiches, Lawson's fried chicken, or 7-Eleven onigiri. Grabbing tamago, karage chicken, pasta salad, and sweet treats to enjoy for breakfast next morning is genuinely amazing. But here is my insider tip. As convenient and delicious as konbini food is, you are missing out if you don't experience Japan's incredible chain restaurant. Make it a point to try places like Yoshinoya, Masjidya, Sukiya, Yayoi, and Saizeriya. These chains offer different styles from gyudon to tempura, curry, Italian fusion, and traditional Japanese set meals, all at budget-friendly prices. For breakfast specifically, I always opt for either Yoshinoya or Mashiya. They are fast, affordable, and most importantly, no crowds or queues in the morning. You can always enjoy a satisfying breakfast with minimal wait time, easy in and out. These chains are everywhere in Japan, which is why I always look for a hotel near one of them. So while exploring, keep an eye out for these restaurant chains. Make mental notes when you spot them and definitely check them out if you walk past them. Trust me, alternating between convenient treasures and these local chain experiences will take your Japan food adventure to the next level. When visiting restaurants in Japan, walk-ins are generally welcome at places that don't require reservation. But here's what most travel guides won't tell you. Each restaurant operates differently, and understanding these subtle systems is the key to a smooth experience. If you are new to dining scene in Japan, simply observe what other customers are doing and follow the lead. This simple approach has saved me from countless awkward situations. Before even entering some restaurant, you might notice there are ticket machines outside. This is your first clue about the ordering system. You will need to purchase your meal ticket first, then present it when you enter the restaurant. Other restaurants follow a more familiar routine where you will enter the restaurant and staff will ask "Name-sama desu ka?" How many people? You can either respond with numbers, hitori, futari, or simply hold up your finger to indicate your party size. Once seated, you might order directly with the staff or use a tablet provided at your table. I highly recommend checking out the menu online beforehand if possible, especially if the restaurant looks busy. Being able to decide quickly keeps things moving and shows respect for the local dining culture. The biggest lesson I've learned from countless meals across Japan is to stay alert to the unique norms of each restaurant. Don't make assumptions based on your previous experiences. I've witnessed many tourist groups confidently march into a restaurant, sit themselves at a table, only to be politely directed back outside to purchase the meal tickets first. So, being mindful and aware of establishment system not only prevents embarrassments, but also earns appreciative nods from staff who notice your efforts to respect their practices. These small cultural adaptations make all the difference between feeling like an outsider versus becoming a temporary local during your stay. Number 6 is to balance your food expectation. Yep, save those Instagram-worthy restaurants for special moments, but don't build your entire Japan experience around them. The truth is, some of the most memorable meals I had come from unassuming local spots with zero lights and not a tourist in sight. My strategy? Look for a restaurant where Japanese people eat. While I definitely have bookmarked high-end destinations, special experiences like Kobe beef and a few omakase splurges, these make up only a small portion of my dining adventures. On the opposite end of the spectrum, and where I spend most of my meals, are the hidden gems near train station, inside underground passageways, and tucked away in shopping malls. I actually worked at a small restaurant just outside a local train station years ago in Saitama City, and all these places consistently offer exceptional food at surprisingly affordable prices. These station-adjacent and shopping mall restaurants almost always serve incredibly fresh food and in a genuinely local atmosphere. I remember and still looking out for this item every trip, which is the corn tea at a random small food court inside a market street. The best part? No queue. Insta influencers haven't discovered these places yet. The only potential challenge is that they rarely offer English menus or English-speaking staff, but don't let this intimidate you. I found out that when you approach this situation with respect and a little bit of patience, the staff respond with equal warmth and often shows you their fun side too. Many times they are excited to help you discover authentic dishes that tourists rarely experience. You can simply ask, "Osusume wa nan desu ka?" as in, "What's your recommendation?" If you want a quick cheat on what vocab and sentences you need to know in Japan to most enjoy your next trip, drop a comment down below and I will do it. Speaking of language barriers, this brings me to my next essential tip. Download DeepL app alongside your Google Translate. This is a personal recommendation that has transformed my travel experience. DeepL consistently delivers more accurate translation between Japanese and English, even without perfect context. It's incredibly easy to use and has helped me navigate countless menus and conversation where no English were available. Bonus tip number 1, here's my secret weapon for dining at those Instagram famous spots without the infamous lines. Go late or go really early. I don't like the ones that have to queue from 5 to 7 a.m. to get a spot at 9 a.m. Just simply impossible for me, but I can do the one that also open at night and then show up around 4 to 5 p.m. before dinner time, and it always works. While everyone else is queuing for 1 to 2 hours during peak times, I just stroll in during off hours and always get the best seats, attentive service, and a more relaxed atmosphere. Your vacation time is precious, so spending hours in line for a single meal just isn't worth it when there's so much more of Japan to experience. Also, as you dine at restaurant, leave your tipping habits at home. Yes, I'm talking to you, American. In Japan, service staff receive proper wages and tipping is not only unnecessary but can actually sometimes cause confusion and discomfort. Simply pay the amount on your bill and offer a sincere arigatou gozaimasu instead. The next bonus will help you navigate train station with confidence. Don't waste your precious exploration time getting lost in Japan's complex train station. When faced with these massive multi-level station with countless access, take a deep breath and remember, the staff are there to help you. Simply approach any station employee and ask, "Doyatte ikimasu ka?" How do I get there, while showing them your destination. They will be genuinely pleased to assist and will often walk you part of the way or draw a quick map. I've had station attendants literally escort me to the correct platform when they saw my confused expression. The pro tip is always look for access with elevators when traveling with your luggage. The distance might be slightly longer from there to your hotel, but trust me, you don't want to lock your shopping-filled suitcase up multiple flights of stairs. One treasure I find at this train station is locker. This might be my most practical tip yet. When shopping around Tokyo or any city or any station, you plan for a full day of exploration. Don't carry your purchases around with you. Japan train stations have convenient lockers in various sizes that can be a complete game changer for your day. I used to exhaust myself carrying shopping bags across the city until I discovered this hack. Now I shop freely in Shibuya, store everything in a station locker, then just continue my day to other station, and when it's time to head back to my hotel, I simply swing by the station to collect my treasures. Most lockers cost just a few hundred yen and larger stations often accept card payment, though it is wise to keep some coins handy just in case for smaller station. Use DeepL app, translate instruction if needed, but the process is mostly straightforward with English option available. Next one on the list is to discover the magic of morning markets. To truly experience local Japan, set your alarm early and dedicate at least one morning to exploring city markets. Beyond the famous tourist spot you will easily find on every map, each city has less-known vendor markets that offer an authentic slice of daily Japanese life. I make it a point to visit at least one morning market per trip, and it's become my favorite part of the trip. These markets offer the perfect opportunity to interact with local vendors who are often the owners and producers themselves, and sample regional specialties in a refreshingly non-touristy environment. The best part, you will feast like royalty for a fraction of what you would pay at restaurants. And if you are comfortable with basic Japanese phrases, you might even try a little bit of friendly bargaining. Many vendors enjoy the interaction and might throw in some extra or offer a small discount, especially near closing time. During my last trip to Osaka, I visited Kizu Market and had an absolute feast for around 250 AUD, included premium seafood like fresh sea urchin, Japan's top-grade rock melon, and luxurious toro that would have cost triple at the restaurant. So, before your next Japan trip, research local morning markets in your destination cities, wake up early, bring cash, and prepare for an unforgettable experience. Final tip that saved me countless headaches when leaving Japan. Each major city has dedicated bus routes connecting main station directly to the airport, like Tokyo Station to Narita Airport or Osaka Kyoto Station to Kansai Airport. It's typically cheaper than express trains, and while the arrival time might be similar, you completely eliminate the stress of luggaging suitcases through crowded train station or making rush train transfers. Here's how to do it. About 1 or 2 days before your flight, either purchase tickets online or visit the limousine bus office in person. You will need to research where this is located in your departure city. When departure day arrives, simply show up at the designated time and watch as the helpful staff stores your luggage safely under the bus. And the buses themselves are incredibly comfortable. Spacious seats where your whole family can sit together, free Wi-Fi, and usually just 2 or 3 stops before reaching your terminal. After 2 weeks of adventure, when I am exhausted and my suitcase is busting with souvenirs, this is my go-to strategy. Take a taxi from my hotel to the limousine bus office, then enjoy a stress-free ride to the airport while watching the Japanese landscape roll by one at a time. So I used to think Japan was overwhelming until I started using these tips. Now I travel Japan like a local, and you can too. So next time you are planning a trip, remember, Japan doesn't have to be stressful. It can be a trip of a lifetime. That is why I keep coming back every year, even though the world is so big and there's so many other paths I want to explore. There's just something about Japan that keeps calling me back. Perhaps it's the perfect blend of tradition and innovation, or maybe it's just knowing that each visit will reveal new secrets I missed before. This is definitely not the end of my Japan tips list. If you want to know more about traveling in Japan, drop me a comment below. I've collected so many more insights over my years of visits that I would love to share with my fellow travelers. So, safe journeys and happy traveling!